I think we're good. We're probably not. How many times do you say that a week? We're doing stream number 3. So we have a stream today, and we have another one coming Monday on a Grand Cherokee. So that's good. Oh, I didn't check my headphones. We're gonna trust that they just magically work. Okay.
Yo.
Audio? It does work. Good. I think the first one triggers on the computer, and then the rest of it catches it at that point. Yo, what up, boy? What's poppin'? We got a car. We got a car to do, and this is like going through pre-flight checks. I'm just like, I just took off, and now I'm like, what do I need to do? Which is sometimes good, because then you can just roll with it. You get better as you go. Looks like we are up in all the proper places. We changed the titles today. Looks like a Malibu. Is a 200, though. It does look very similar to a Malibu on the back, for sure. 200. Chrysler, 300, Impala. The front doors, I know we've gotten questions on those. They're not, overall though, they're not too difficult. They're just a little wide. They got some felt, very similar to the darts. We got coffee again. Thinking. What am I thinking? GoPro, that's it. We need a way to actually show you guys what's going on. And we can do that with the GoPro. That's what we forgot to do. It was too easy. Starbucks, I know. But sometimes they're just convenient in the morning. So it's like there's one like right at the corner now. So I go right down the road. It's on the way here, and I'm like, they got me. They got me. It's a Chevy Chrysler. I agree with that. It's convenient and better. Like, coffee from home is really good, and coffee on the way is still really good and convenient. So unless there's a line, then sometimes it takes 10 to 15 minutes, and you're like, sometimes I don't give myself that much time. Doing a 15 Malibu right now, I would rather be doing the Malibu. You got it a little easier than I do. RTMP. I spent the last 20 minutes while I was waiting for this appointment to show up. I was trying to set up a Wemo switch. Dude, I bought a brand new one, and it is just not connecting. And I factory reset it a bunch of times, and it's still being dumb, and I don't want to go take it back. But I feel like I'm probably going to have to take it back. I also don't know where I put the receipt. Who's Stream Elements? Stream Elements is like the alert service. So whenever you guys see the things pop up on screen, that's what Stream Elements does. I don't really know why they have a bot, though. I think I set it for a reason, and then whatever it is, I don't do anything with it. They're probably collecting data. It's a free service, so they collect data, right? All right, so we're gonna do a quick GoPro test. Good. All right. This works, so that means we can get started. Hello from New York. I'm Mexican and I've learned new things with your videos. You are a cool guy. Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. We're using GeoShield V Nano 35. Nice. We're just going with Pro Classic 20% on this one, all the way around, except the windshield. What heat gun do you use? Right now, we just use the basic bitch Wagner. This guy. It feels a little bit like a toy when you use some of the other ones, but it keeps going. This one just keeps going, so I keep using it. Turn it all the way up, though. For all the heat guns, turn them all the way up, all the time. New F-150 tint and windshield booked today for me, $13.50. Well, goddamn, that is sweet. Good for you. What's the most expensive / exotic car you work on? That list is actually pretty minimal and pretty depressing. I think it was like a Aston Martin DB9. And then back to back with a McLaren. So that was a pretty cool day. Those cars were actually both super easy to do. But I've done like an R8. I've never touched a Ferrari for window tint. And I've never done a Lamborghini for window tint either. So take that as you will. I swear, most of my shit is like mid to top, like top tier or mid. Like 3-year leases, nice. Oh, Jesus. Hang on 1 second. Hello, Detroit Tint Studio. How can I help you? Yeah, on what type of vehicle? Cadillac SRX. Does it have the front little quarter windows too? Because sometimes they have the rolled down ones, and then... Okay, just the front 2 doors? Okay, yeah, you're right, they don't. So you'd be looking at $100 for that. I could get it done probably at... I could get you in at about... Let me say about $230. Yeah, it'll take up to an hour. Usually about half hour, 45 minutes, but an hour at the most. If you need some time to think about it, you can always call back. No, not on taillights. Just windows. Okay. I can put you down. Let me grab some info really quick. What is your name? Okay. And you have, what year was the vehicle? 14 SRX and 2 doors. All right, I got you down for 2:30. Just let me know if something happens between that time, but I'll see you then. Hello? Okay. Bye. Yeah, no, I'm still here. Okay. Suspicious. It sounded really flaky. It was like, yeah, I can get you in at 2:30, and it was like, and it's like, that's fine. If it shows, it shows. If it doesn't, it doesn't. How does one even tint taillights? With taillight film, so it's a different type of film. It's more like it's more like vinyl wrapping. Be more assertive? Well, I don't want to come across as rude. Yeah, I told him. Yeah, I mean, you heard me. I told him 2:30. All right, so we got to get started. We'll see. We'll see if it pops up. I already did a set of doors this morning on a Ram in carbon, so that was pretty cool. And now we got to jump on this thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Yeah. So let's prep this and get started. Anybody that's joining late, they can catch up. Good. Oh, that's facing way up. Something like that. GoPro. So we got audio today? We have audio. That seems stuttery to me. We're gonna do this one more time. That's too stuttery. Sometimes it's smooth, and I don't know what the deal is. Sometimes it connects right, and then sometimes it doesn't. That's a little bit too stuttery. It's clear for me. No, I see it on the computer. It's like some of it's like smooth, and then it hits this like little jitter. And then if it starts to do that jitter, it's like nonstop through the whole thing. I've seen the VODs after the fact. It turns into a mess. So we'll just connect it one more time. I couldn't tell you exactly what the issue is. Hey! You see that? You see that? Where's my YouTube window? I hate Arena with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the dope streams. Thank you. Thank you for the $2. I really appreciate it. You're very welcome. That pays for part of my Starbucks. So thank you. All right, we're reconnecting this. We're going to do this one more time. Cross our fingers. Did it just pop up? It just popped up. Good God. Sometimes, I think the first one sometimes is like really, really far behind. Yay! I hate Arena with another $5 super chat. Another one for the light flickers. Hell yeah. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Glad you like that. We have more stuff on the way. I still feel like this is a little jittery, but we'll run this for a minute. Now he fully paid for the Starbucks. You are 100% correct. Thank you. Cheers, sir. Thank you. This seemed a little better this time. I don't know. If it becomes a problem, we'll redo it. But sometimes you have to like connect it once and then connect it again, and then it'll be better on the second time. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? I should use my glass cleaner for cleaning the glass. Hey! I hate arena. Okay, had to even it to 10. Bro, come on. Thank you. Dude, that's super fucking cool. I had to even it to 10 with a $3 super chat. So you paid for not only today's, but tomorrow's Starbucks. Cool, thanks. I really appreciate the support. Thanks so much. I make it a point to like look at the lights too right now. So if I'm on the GoPro, I want something cool for that too, but obviously we got to get some work done, so. I always use my sprayer. I always use my sprayer for cleaning windows, and then I forget that I actually have glass cleaner here, and I should just use that. This is my last roll. Oh my God! Hell yeah. Holy shit, what is going on? Anthony with the $10 super chat. How much for 2 front windows on a Ram 1500 20%? I'm in Toledo, Ohio. You're in Toledo. That's about an hour and a half away from here. You'd be looking at $100 starting for that. So that's in a color stable dyed film. That's the same type of film that we're installing on here right now. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Holy shit. Inquiring about how much for 2 doors. Dude, that's crazy. But yeah, we could absolutely do that. That would be a bit of a haul for you. I drive trucks. I'm used to driving far. Oh, okay. Well, good deal. I used to have to drive at least an hour in and an hour back from work pretty much every day. You would officially win the farthest out-of-state client then, which would be just kind of crazy. Ordered a bunch of stuff off your site. Can't wait. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Orders have been really busy this past week. They slowed down for like a bit, and then it's just kind of like picks up and goes. But it's been steady throughout the month. The new GoPro now seems faster when transitioning. So I'm using, I've been using a local software instead of what I was doing before. So there used to be like a black screen delay. Uh-oh. No, I know where it is. I have it. I didn't just do that. I have it here. What's that? Oh, real. What time's good for me? Oh, I mean, we could get you in as early as Monday if you want to bring it up on Monday. The best way to schedule an appointment is message us too on Facebook or shoot me a text. Message either the Detroit Tint Studio. You can find it on Maps, or go to facebook.com/. It should be in the description, right? Guys, is that in the description? It won't show me my own description in my own streamer dashboard because Yeah,
It
click the
won't
link
show
in
me.
the description, the Facebook page, and then message us on Facebook. Stuttery crackle voice for split seconds on YouTube. Is it being dumb again? What the fuck, man? Cool, thank you. Are we really having mic problems? Why? That sucks. Anyways, yeah, go there and message us. There's a dude that can help you out in the meantime while I'm tinting this one. Or I can for sure schedule you after the fact, but he'll get you all set up for Monday if you want to get done on Monday. Monday or Wednesday or Thursday next week. Any of those days would work great. All right. Hello. 1, 2. Well, it works. Buy a ridiculously expensive microphone. Technical problems. It sounds good when I'm at the computer. That's no problem. That's never been the problem. It's when I'm walking around, which is the worst because I don't really have a way to monitor it right now. Okay, so that's on. That's good. We probably should put some type of charger on this too. We're gonna keep it on for a little bit. Just want to be extra sure that it's okay. So let me think. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Do I have? Oh, I do. Okay, this one. We'll grab this one over here. Oh, we have to use the farther one because I have lights now. So we're gonna keep a trickle charger on this thing, just in case. It's 200s. Sometimes you just wear out, like, sometimes they come in with older batteries, and you just wear them out too much. So we will keep this. That's an interesting drip. Don't drip on the battery, please. Smart. It comes from killing too many. Straight from experience. For every one of these I keep on a trickle charge, I've probably killed about 10 of them. If not far more. Okay, so now we got that in place. We got some films. God, yesterday I was running late, and my first appointment was... What? Super chat. Did I miss one? No, I didn't miss one. So, what I was saying was, I was running late to work, which is not uncommon, but then the exit was like backed up because they're doing construction. And so I was extra late. And then I go to do two front doors, and my 5% was in my 20% box. And I'm like, this looks a little dark. And then I did one of the windows, and I had it half on the other one, and then I metered it, and I was like, no. Uh-oh. So we got a... Hello, Detroit Tint Studio. How can I help you? Good, how are you? Okay. What kind of vehicle? Okay. Okay. The earliest I have available for that would probably be on Monday. I could get you done in the early afternoon. I'm all booked up for today, though. I've got an early morning appointment, so I could get you in probably about 1 o'clock. Yeah, it would take about 2.5 to 3.5 hours. Yeah, sure. So that depends on the type of film that you have to go with. I have 3 different types of film, so a dyed, a carbon, and a ceramic. It'd be easier to explain it in person, but my entry level, all of them have a color stable lifetime warranty along with them. So no matter what you pick, you're getting a good product. But my entry level starts at $240, so you'd be looking at $240 out the door. Yes. Yeah, I have, you can mix and match any shades that I have available. So I have as dark as 5%, which is pretty much blacking it out, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 1 second, let me get you over here. 1 second, let me pull you up on my computer. You want to schedule for 1 o'clock on Monday? Okay, 1 p.m. Monday, and you have a 21 charger? Okay. What was your name? Okay. And one last thing, to book the spot, I need to hold a deposit. That deposit goes straight towards the balance of the job. So I can either collect that. Yeah, so what I can do is I can email you a deposit link, and that'll take you to a pay window, and then you can leave a deposit on the job. Well, it's just to make sure that I have the spot booked. That's all. It's a $40 deposit. Yeah, I'll send you a link to your email. So if you give me your email, I'll shoot that right over. At gmail.com. Okay, so as soon as I hang up, I will shoot this over to you. You can also text this number so we can stay in touch that way, and then you can always, like, if you have any more questions, just let me know. You can either text or call to let me know that you paid it. I'll get a notification too, letting me know that it's all taken care of and to expect you on Monday. All right, thank you very much. Bye. Well, this is getting busy. Holy shit, hang on. 2021 charger. I gotta send him a deposit link. I'm getting another phone call, but it's from a out-of-state number. I gotta do this really quick. Super chat. Holy fuck. Do you see those lights? Armando with a $10 super chat. Super chat for the heck of it. Gotta support the Tint Stuff channel. Have learned a ton from watching your vids, bro. Thanks as always. Oh, dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a super nice message. 3, 2, 1. Okay, request. Next. Add note. Monday, 1 p.m. I bet this is over. Yeah, this is definitely. And then when I have technical problems on top of it, that's where I lose my mind. That's why I need this to work, but it's live, so it is what it is. It's Saturday too, so what's going to happen on Saturdays is they're just going to start getting busy. Well, this is bad. What was the... Huh. What time did he call? Fucking voice. 1 second. You have a kid coming with a Visor strip and he's been going crazy all morning with text. It's a Visor. I am not very good at multitasking this many things. This is like you learn how to handle one thing and then you start juggling the next. Okay, we're going to continue now. Why is this? Okay, I thought I was going to have to latch something. Yeah, I know it's a simple visor. I know. Sometimes you just... It means the world. In the grand scheme of things, you want to treat everybody with the same amount of care and respect. And then just sometimes you just wonder. You're like, all the other full crazy jobs that I do, most of them are just in, out, and whatever. And then sometimes you just get those situations where you're like, what the fuck? But in the world of tinting, when it rains, it pours. There's very few in between. It's it's either super busy and a lot of shit's happening, or it's not. But I might have a couple cars for Monday, so that's good. I have a 2021, something like that. I don't know. A new Grand Cherokee coming in for a full Monday morning. And then now I have maybe a Charger. We'll see. Is Sunday your only day off? Sometimes. Hey! I always gotta take a second to look when I can. Sorry it's been so chaotic. Oh, we missed another one! Oh my god! Lewis, I'm so sorry. Lewis with a $5 super chat. Donation for today's sermon. May today's teaching be awesome as usual. Now go forth, my child, and tint well. Thank you so much. And then Kieran, how you been? Hello, Matt, how you been? I've been doing pretty good. It's been hectic, it's been crazy, but things have been moving. Love the sound effects. Thank you. I had to get a handful of like good sounds, and I thought about it for a while. I'm like, what kind of sounds would go really well with like a live stream for alerts? And I'm like, oh my god, I work on cars. Way too long to put that together. Thank you very much, both of you guys, for the support. It's we have a bit of a crazy day today, so we're doing this one right now. I think we have another set of doors. Super chat. If you haven't seen some of the streams, Kieran's gonna. There's one thing I know about Kieran, is that he was great for pulling me away from what I was trying to do with super chats. Okay, so if I understood that right, you wanted me to explain the setup. So I imagine you would have seen something in between, but we have officially moved to a bigger space. Not by my choice, but it's working itself out one way or another. We have tried to like recreate a studio vibe in a big open space as much as I can so far, and I'm still doing stuff to improve it. It's an ongoing project, so I have put up a giant 400 square foot diffuser above my head. So that's this big thing. I put lights above it, so that helps with lighting in here, giving a nice soft glow, and then that turned to mess up the GoPro. And then I added these side lights recently, and that helps like fill in some of the extra dull spots. I put RGB lights behind the geo boxes. I hung up these lights that now flash every time somebody super chats. We moved the floor. So for context, this floor is the same setup that we had in the other studio. So this is the exact size that I was tinting in, and now we have all this extra space. So we had a little under, we had like 300 something square feet. It was like 18 by like 20 or something like that. And now we have 3,200 square feet. So we have been busy. Do I get trucks at all? Oh yeah, I had 2 doors and a truck. Trucks are mostly for... Trucks are typically... Oh god, they're flashing. They're flashing! Trucks are typically front doors and full windshields. Most of the time they're just front doors, but every once in a while they add a full windshield or a windshield strip. I don't do a ton of them that are the full thing. So that's why you guys don't see them a ton on stream. Also, I'm still getting appointments here. So we have been slow-ish and slowly making our way up. Super chat. Oh my God, it's just a list. Oh, that was the wrong one. Kieran with a £5 super chat. So he has to explain the setup, and then a £2 super chat. Do you think the spray tanks are worth the 200? Absolutely. Thank you so much for that super chat. Yeah, so that 3-gallon tank right there. So I've changed out the hose and the fittings on top, but that tank is the same tank that I've been using since. Oh God, yeah. See what it. Karen, you know you can just like ask questions without super chatting. Kieran, thank you so much for the $2. But yeah, so this is the same tank that I've been using since 2013. Super chat £5. Oh my God, here it is. Yep. Bro, thank you so much. I don't flag your bank. We can have a conversation that doesn't involve super chats. I can ask normally, but where's the fun? All right, fair point. Keep in mind right now, I still gotta get some work done. I got another set of doors coming in at, what did I tell him? What time's the next one coming in? 2:30? I think? Yeah, I think I said 2:30. Kieran's gonna burn out the lights. Let's see. But yeah, so like I was saying, when I went mobile, God damn it. Boom! Boom! Kieran with the £2 super chat. What happened to stopping every super chat? There's just some days where I can't. And as much as I appreciate it, I honestly have to get some work done. There's just been like, out of the home studio, it was one thing, and out of the glass shop was like another. Here, I am responsible now for customer interaction too, and he's waiting up front, so. As much as I would love to stay here and talk on the computer the whole time, I'm sure he wants to get his car done. You should do an intern program. They'd have to pay. And I don't say that to be mean. Generally speaking, I've seen a lot of shops hire people, teach them from the ground up, and very few hang on. Super chat. Why not have the Kieran again? Good God, Kieran. When he's here, he makes himself known. Why didn't the lights flash before? There they are. Why didn't the lights flash before? This is a new fucking thing. I didn't know I could do this shit before. I actually bought lights specifically for this. So all these were like a last week event. So there's super chats before that. I didn't even have those lights. I could set up a business. There's so many things to do, and then I figure some of these things out. There's some of these things I figure out on the side. What is that? 2 pound. I can't even fucking keep up with you, bro. I'll come work with you if I had the extra work. Problem is the extra work right now. I have enough for me, and it's like you're hearing today, it's busy. But if it's not busy on the tint side, I have the store. I have Symbol that I got to keep up with. My wife. Oh my God. So it's busy most of the time. There's always something that needs to be done. Or if I don't do something, then I miss something. Super chat, 2 pounds. I'd have, thank you. I'd have a long trip to work. Yeah, well, you can make it work. It's up to you. It's not my problem. You guys are having too much fun with these lights now. Thank you so much. What was that, $5 super chat for the Party Popper Disco show or whatever? That's so true. Matt at the end of the stream is going to be, thanks for all the super chat. Kieran. That's going to be it. Dude, I really have a hard time keeping up with some of them. I mean, I just got the doors cut at this point. Matt, do you think you're making more now? Oh God. Kieran with the two pound super chat. Some people are not used to my super chats. It's been a while. It's been a while for sure. Oh my God. The lights should do more based off the amounts. You know what? I was just happy to get them up. And if you knew what a headache it was just to get them to do that, I would love to start a whole DJ fucking disco show, but I don't even know how much independent programming that's going to take. And I'm not a programmer. So if you know a programmer that can set something up for me, maybe. But this is what? This is day number 2? Or day number 3? This is day number 3 with the lights. Come on. Well, I don't even have time. You guys are like, all right, let's go. We got some flashing lights. When are you going to have like the garage door open and closed? When are we going to get disco balls? When are we going to have strobe lights? When are we going to do this? What are we going to... God damn. I'm going to have to hire like a lighting engineer. And just for context, I know a shop that did like spotlights for detailing. They paid an electrician to come out and set them up. It was like the lights, when they set that place up, it was $300 per light is what those things cost for their detailing lights. So I'm a little nervous of like, we're having fun with super chats, but I really don't know how expensive this can get. And how quickly it probably can get very expensive very quickly. Also, so this runs through if this then that, so you can blame them for some of the basic Okay, so the way that this has to work is I need a trigger from a system, and YouTube has integration with if this then that. So I'm pretty reliant on what I have to pick then a smart service, and then I have to figure out there's a lot of limitations to what each service can do, so you have to kind of like pick the best thing for what you're trying to do. And I tell you what, even with this, I had to do some extra things to get him to even blink. So this is not a popular thing for people to do yet. It froze did it freeze your bank account already? I don't blame him. If that's the case, I would not blame him for doing that. Because you just had like rapid successions of like 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. They're doing it for your own good. Yeah, it stopped the card. See, I can still hear you. It stopped the card transaction again. Well, thank you so much for all the super chats. I could not even try to keep up with it. We're still on the first window. We need a token system. So then you buy like the credits and then you throw your credits. But then it's like straight up like, yeah, like somebody said in chat, like a cam girl. Little bit much. Can I hear who messages? No, I took that out. It became too much. Everybody's the same. But I can kind of pick apart conversations a little bit. So if there was like a follow-up to something, generally speaking, it's pretty easy to figure that much out. But I used to like call out names. But I think that like, one, it put people on the spot, and two, the robot voice is not great with names. And it just became too much. I was trying to listen to too many things, and then I'd miss what the actual message was. So there'll be some that I miss just naturally. Super chats were always good for like if you have a particular thing you wanted to make sure that I asked. But if it's slower, you just get it at the right time. I'm happy to pretty much talk about it, whatever. Like somebody's asking about plastic again. I don't know how many times we talked about plastic in the last stream. Carpet shields from Lowe's. It's like I've said, it's not a guaranteed stick to a lot of panels. This seems to be like there's a lot of things that don't stick to certain panels. So there is no perfect solution yet. This stuff seems pretty good, but it seems to be working fine with these panels, which is nice. Fan tip or cone tip? I use the cone tip. Whoa! $10 super chat. Dude, thank you so much. God damn it. I heard the message, and then I said something, and then my mind blanked on what that message was again. Gator. Alligator. Alligator with the $10 super chat. The webcam and lights for tip amount was me, so I'll do my part. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Going back to Kieran, he asked a couple things from Kieran with no money. Have you sent any glass aid to the UK? I have. What I've noticed is that it just takes a while. So I send it USPS, and they're the most economical way to ship it, but they also take the longest. So it's kind of like, man, buying anything through international, it's like, it takes its own sweet time. And then there's some things that are out of its control, like customs. And then it gets transferred to like a local carrier. And then the carrier then kind of takes control over what's going on. And sometimes they add taxes to it. And then they don't really notify you that you have to come in and pay those taxes on it. So some countries are fine and don't do that, and some countries do. But I have shipped to the UK and Canada and Australia. It's just kind of like you order it and then you get it when you get it. Unless, like, or I'd have to change the shipping to probably like DHL or something. But I'm just small time. Shipping through any of those carriers are easily going to be like over $100. So I've been getting a fair amount of calls from out of state now to my business number, and that worries me a little bit. I hope I can still book appointments, basically. Between some spam calls and out-of-state calls, it's like, uh-oh, my time. There we go. Close. Very, very close. Is my headset still working? I hope. It's awfully quiet. That was weird. Okay. So I'm a little bit heavier on the soap today, mostly because I'm still getting used to it being colder and it's like still up and down. So this takes just a little bit longer to tack up, but it still tacks up pretty well. So we're gonna let that sit just for a quick sec. Oh. That's weird. I've never had that happen before. My chat app froze on me. All right, hang on. Shit. What is it called? I thought it was extra quiet. Let me open my chat app. My chat app totally froze. Disable. Hopefully it just starts working, because that would be like a major bummer. Oh! No, you're kidding me. Oh, fuck. It's not connecting my chat app to YouTube. I've never had this happen before. Oh, now it's connected. It said error. That's a horrible thing to have happen.
What kind of soapy water do you use?
All right, so you're going to hear a robot voice, and then it should switch over. Hey, there we go. Okay, so sorry, guys. The last handful of messages just totally went... Okay. Yeah, that was weird. GoPro. GoPro. There's my robot chat. That was really annoying. Where can I get your sprayer tank? So people are asking about soap and the sprayers. So as for soap, I use J&J with J&J baby shampoo with Dawn. And for the sprayer, I would recommend going to like Tint Keg to get that. The kegs have kind of evolved. So I originally bought this from 44 Tools, but it had the curly hose and they didn't have like the cool setups that you kids get now. But I know the guy who does Tint Keg, and he's local around here, which is kind of funny because, side note, I introduced him to the keg in the first part. He's been tinting way longer than me, but I think the funniest part is I introduced him to the kegs, and he said, "Those are stupid." And now he has a keg business. He used to use a bug sprayer. And I said, "That's stupid." I'm going to sort out my bank. Sorry, Kieran. Hope that goes well. It's happened before, though. I really appreciate all the support, man. Don't ever feel like you just have to. I know you like to, but just want to make sure you know. Don't ever feel like you can't just ask messages or ask questions or just talk or whatever. Much appreciated. So the film that I'm using is like one of the most tacky films that I've used. So that's why I've been mixing them. When our class is going to start? Probably next year at this point. I thought I would be able to start them sooner, but there's just like... I'm gonna book people for classes, and then my wife is gonna have her baby, and then I'm gonna have to cancel. So that's what I'm worried about. So gives me a little bit more time. I got held up on the technical side of things. So I was trying to add it to the store, and I needed... Oh, I don't need to do this. I need to put plastic down. So this is kind of really dumb, but I needed an appointment booking app on the website for people to book days and spots and whatever. And it just wasn't happening. So, unfortunately, some of that got pushed off, and then I got distracted with like setting up this space too, and I've had a whirlwind of things to have to get done because I'm still running like a home-style business in a shop that I need to finish, but I'm not really that much of a, what do you say, like a, I don't build stuff. I'm not really good at that. So Been trying to figure this space out over time. It's been a big nightmare to try and figure out what looks good, what doesn't, and it's still like not where I want it, but it's helpful. Or it's better than it was, I should say. I will tell my bank that I've been robbed by an American. Yeah, with these funny lights. And then, like, we literally have a record of every one of them. So how many cars do you tint off stream? Not many. Most of them are at the glass shop. I do the smaller jobs off stream. I'm trying to do, basically all the bigger jobs you guys have seen. Because when I set this place up, I didn't want to I basically didn't want a full car without doing it on stream. I have done a stream and then sometimes had an extra car past that, but that's been pretty rare so far. So as far as this week has gone, I mean, you guys have seen more streams happen this week, but it can take me hours just to try and set up another thing. So it's like, whether it be something as silly as some of you might think, setting up RGB lights behind the boxes, that's something that I do for me. Like, I do it for like photos afterwards and me, like, I want to try and create that, like, this is my studio vibe space. So I don't know. I've just been trying to set it up in different ways and then figure out what looks good, what doesn't look good. That's been a nightmare. Sometimes I'll set, holy shit. Sometimes I'll set some stuff up and then I won't like it, so I'll take it down and rearrange it. And then I have other stuff that I have to take care of at home. And then we still have the store to take care of too. And then I have to go in on Fridays and Tuesdays to the glass shop. And then they have a full day of work. What type of Chrysler? This is a 200. So this is very similar to the darts. Big plasticky seals with some felt surrounding. They're kind of like a pain to tuck. They're looser, but just how much stuff kind of comes up in the way can be a little bit overwhelming. Do I ever have to remove tint? Yeah, for sure. It's happened a little bit more often, but removing tint up here generally doesn't happen near as much as it does down south. Steamers, though. Always use a steamer for removing tint. It's always, sometimes you get lucky and they come off pretty easily, but as long as you can get the film off, you're golden. It's still work to get the glue off, but getting the film off is the most important. See that? You put it in a little bit and it starts to bind up, so then you bring it back just a little bit. Make sure your edges are covered. So you see how much farther this pattern is than that front edge? So this can be tricky. It's loose, but it's a long way to tuck in film, and then you got this panel kind of bunching up on you too. So I think it went a little worse on the passenger side, a little better on the driver's side, but we're all tucked on there. So that's good. And then everything lines up. Neato. What tint percent is legal? Well, if you have a doctor's note, technically you can tint it however you want. So that's up to the client to get a doctor's note if they want to do that. The rule of thumb is like Michigan's pretty lenient as far as state laws go. So they make it really cut and dry. It's nothing but the top 4 inches on the front, and you can go as dark as you want on the back. So trucks and SUVs, you can black out on the back. Sedans, you can. Because I know in some states, they don't allow you to do limo on even the back of your car. And here, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put on the back, go nuts. So that does a couple things. They don't have to carry around meters, and I think that's probably a big part. It still is 2 points, unfortunately, 2 points. Some will write a fix-it ticket and some won't. But the rule of thumb here is always like, the lighter you go, the safer you are. Most cops won't pull you over for tint unless they're having a bad day, or like they pulled you over for something else and then they'll write you a tint ticket, is usually how that goes. I used to think we had pretty strict laws with nothing on the front, but I found it gets way worse in states like New York and Pennsylvania. I live in New York. Oh yeah, so you know for sure. There's good tint shops out there though. But they have yearly inspections too, so it's like whatever you get, it's like, fuck, good luck selling with a lifetime warranty in New York. Like, who cares? Would you be safe with 20 in Ohio? I mean, any way you cut it, if you're against the law, you're never quote unquote safe. It's just focus on trying to blend in. You know what I mean? So if like you do 20 on your car, but then you have a bright red car and it stands out, then you're probably going to you'd be more likely to get pulled over. But if you have like an everyday car that blends in with traffic, then chances are you'll be more okay. Like this one here, this one's doing 20, but it's a 200. It blends in pretty well with traffic. So, depends. I've been pulled over though. I've been pulled over plenty of times for it. Never in that Explorer though. What is this? Oh, what the fuck? Somebody spilled cocaine all in the back of this car. I don't know what that is. Oh, no, we gotta leave that on. I still gotta do this. There's definitely like straight up. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. It's probably like baking powder, salt, powdered laundry soap. Oh, fuck, you're right. It could be. Or it's cocaine. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, we forgot. We forgot to put the plastic down. 1 second. I like that comment. It's foot powder, most likely cocaine though. I don't know if that was 2 or 1, but I like that. It's probably laundry detergent, but it's probably cocaine, let's be real. I like that. I'm gonna have to throw a towel down because I'm gonna get that all over me. There we go. I'm having a hard time keeping up with chat today. Holy shit. It's busy. It's just funny to me because like I can do some random like cooler cars and then chat won't be this busy, and then I got like a 200 and it's like fucking crazy. Funny how that works. Only one way to test it. Yeah, let's not though. See though, some people might wonder about like, hey, you got stuff on the back seat, like how are you gonna have a clean tint job? Well, you're not dragging film across the back seat, so same thing with like hair on the deck lid. There's very few times that hair on a deck lid is going to get into my tint because I don't drag it across the deck lid. Ayo! Damn! Mike D! Microphone, so I'm worried I'm gonna snag it and it's just gonna rip it apart. Mike D with a $15 super chat. What the fuck? That's huge. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't see a message with it. Bro, thank you. I just wanted to make sure I caught that one. Holy shit. Dude, super chats have been crazy. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You guys like the lights? Is that it? Do we need more lights? We need more lights. I always think about your clay bar. You always leave it everywhere, but you use it to clean. Well, it's good at picking up stuff. So I leave it always on like another towel, and that's okay. It doesn't stick to the towel. So I have a little carrying case, but that's mostly for like storage from day to day. So while I'm using it, I just set it on like a damp towel and it's fine. Clay bars will take a lot of abuse and still be really effective. And then I've dropped them on the floor, rinsed them off, and I still keep using them. What was that? Alligator with a $5 super chat. What's that in the tint? Is that contamination? Oh, it's cocaine. That's a great one. I appreciate that one a lot. Thank you. Exactly, right? Doesn't that make your windows more expensive then at that point? Like quite a lot more expensive? That's not dirt. That's cocaine. Oh. Well, in that case, ten out of 10. Holy shit, man. This is just This little, like, whatever it's doing right here. Makes it really expensive. I agree. I've got so many theories in the chat right now. I'm trying to keep up with them all. Virus powder. Cocaine seems to be the favorite, though. I'm sticking to that. It's probably, like, he's got Febreze on the seat, so there's probably a smell, so it makes sense that it was like a laundry detergent powder. But cocaine's just more fun to like talk about on stream. So it's cocaine. I was gonna say cocaine's more fun and just leave it at that, but I'm assuming that's the case, but I've never done cocaine, so. This theory, it just keeps evolving. I have the tint too wide on the bottom. Yeah, it's a little wide, but those panels are really wide. The liner kind of had this little wiggle in a certain spot too, so it didn't lay flat, so I didn't want to push it any farther. So it gets to that point where it's like, it's almost gonna be a bad day if you aren't careful. But that's why like the 200s and the darts, those will give people problems because they just have way too much paneling. The door panels come up too high. The sides, they're too wide. At least they're not tied up against the glass though, but they are felt. Can you leave a small gap at the bottom before the gasket? I wouldn't. You technically could. And I've seen some patterns in plotter systems where they will actually leave all of them short. You'll always notice it though, depending on like, so if you're below this outside seal, then you're generally okay, but you'll still be able to, like, if you're like up here looking down in it, you'll still see that lip. I personally hate that, but I've seen some slappy ass people do that, and at the end of the day, it's up to the customer, but I would go down farther. You could tuck it a millimeter below the seal and still probably be okay. I like to go a little bit farther than that, but I mean, I'm not really worried about it peeling in that case. I'm just more annoyed with seeing some type of a line there. I mean, and if everything tacked down properly, then you should be okay. Just give it a little time to dry, and then you'll be good. I got this weirdest little pinch, and it didn't lay down super smooth for me. So we're gonna heat this down. We started at we started at 99. They're talking about cocaine, and then it dropped down. We got flags. No, I'm kidding. It's all good. The stream numbers, they'll always fluctuate. Depends on the stream, depends on the time, depends on the day, and it depends on consistency. So there's a point in time where, unfortunately, I think like the sweet spot is like two days in between streams, but don't go any farther than like 4. So I've noticed like it's really interesting watching the graph over the course of the stream, because sometimes it'll be almost an hour to an hour and a half up towards 100, and then it's almost like punching through to the next level, and then it'll go up over the course of the next half hour to like 160 to 180. But it's really funny how that all works out. So I got to change a battery really quick, and then we'll do the back window. And then people see my dumb face, and then it goes back down. Good times. Yeah, we're doing the back window and the quarters. It won't let me super chat anymore? What? Oh, YouTube. YouTube, you need to have a talk with some banks. I wish they had a little bit different of a system, but it is what it is. Okay, so we have that taped already. I've gotten really good at changing batteries. Hey! Where is it? Where did oh, there it is. Mike D with the $5 super chat. Hey man, haven't caught a stream in like a month, been tinting like crazy. It actually gets overwhelming at times. Oh, dude, thanks for the $5. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it does. When you pick up as a business, it's like sometimes it's feast or famine. So you would just be completely overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden it'll just like drop off for like a week or something. It'll be like, would have been nice if some of those came in this week, but like, dude, when one person wants tint, everybody wants tint. And then sometimes you get like the same cars too. So it's like, it was really funny when I was tinting at my dad's shop. Sometimes we would get like, I always called it a herd. We'd get a herd of Impalas come in. We'd have like 3 or 4 of them, and then we wouldn't see them for like another month. I would love to buy Shank tool, but they don't ship to the UK. I do have them on mine. Also, check out Sun Distributing. They have pretty straightforward international shipping. It's expensive. It's expensive everywhere. So like Tint Depot, they'll have to quote you. Some sites have it like where it's just international is always expensive. We're unfortunately not Amazon, so you might be able to find them on Amazon though. Shanks are one of those things that you can find in a lot of distributors. All right, so let's get started with this back window. I tried looking on Amazon, no luck. Try searching palette knife instead of Shank. Because they actually come from art sets. That's like where they, like the Shank is not a tint original. Like most things that come to the tint industry, it comes from a different place. Tinting is like, it's too small. Like you might think tinting is pretty big. It's definitely not. As far as industries go, there's not near as many tinters as there are like a lot of other people and a lot of other businesses. So like unique tools for tinters is actually kind of a stretch. Because it takes a long time for companies to recoup that money, because the products are always like low cost, and then the volume isn't as much as what they would hope for. So they got to sell a lot over quite a long period of time. I think it's getting better, but Just searched palette knife and found it. Oh, hell yeah, there we go. Sometimes you just gotta know what to look for. You are very welcome. Enjoy. That'll make your life easier. I actually didn't know for quite a while that that's where they came from. And then I was like at a shop and he's like, what is that, a palette knife? I was like, huh? He's like, that looks like an art palette knife. And I Googled it and sure as shit, where I saw it introduced, they had 5 different options. They're like, we found these and we just want to take a survey on which one do you think would be the most helpful. And I thought they were all stupid. And I'm using what is now called the Shank. But they literally got a palette knife set and showed people. I did this last time. I gotta stop doing that. I don't know why. What's the hardest car you ever had to tint? Good question. There's like an old Beretta. That was a piece of shit to tint. Most of the time, old cars. And then you get your regular like VW Beetles and stuff like that with really curved ones. A Lexus with super hydrophobic glass. I just get those, no, not quite, like Jettas and VWs. Those are definitely a pain in the ass and annoying, but I know I can do those. It's when I get a car that I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this car. And then you spend like the next 5 or 6 hours trying to do it, and you're like nervous the whole time. That really sucks for me. Yeah, it was a long time ago that I got a Beretta too. I had to 2-piece the bottom and not on the defroster, and it was just like, I don't think I'd been tinting more than a year or something at that point, and they just pulled it in like another car, and I didn't know anything about it either. I just know that I was always put under these really annoying circumstances where a shop would pull in a car, they would quote the customer, and then it was like, no matter what, we have to do it. That was kind of like how I was, the environments that I always worked at. And it was never like, oh, okay, well, you tried 3 times and it's just not happening. No, it's like, well, we quoted them this price, so you have to get it done. And it was like failure was never an option. It did happen, but very rarely. And it basically just got down to like, I can't do any better than that, so hopefully he's okay with it. And sometimes there was arguments about it, but they just wouldn't want to turn away the money. And I'm like, you're better off probably pulling in other stuff that I know I can do. Shit, where's my light? Did I leave it somewhere? Those obstacles are what made you the great tinter today. Yeah, there's definitely those situations where they helped out. Fuck, I don't know where my light is. What did I do with my light? I feel like it's somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I usually use it for this part. I had to use it yesterday, so it could be in a car. Oh, fuck, it might be in that truck I did yesterday. I had to do a lifted F350, 2 doors and full windshield with a windshield strip on top of that. That was a big bitch. Just a lot of climbing. Yeah, so when I tinted at my dad's place out in Dearborn, I would get into yelling matches with him where it's just like, I cannot tint these cars this fast. Like, there's just too many cars and we're putting out shit work. And then he'd just bring back more cars. It did force me on some level to speed up, though. But most of the time, I was never happy there, tinting like that. But the only way that you really force yourself to get faster is like putting yourself under pressure. Just like the only way that I force myself to get up in the morning is actually setting an appointment. It did help out a lot with it. Never super fun, though. Come on. Just one little... Oh, no. I need to snap a blade. But I refuse. So I'll cut this 50 times. There we go. Dude, I've been looking for a shank for so long, and I just had to search something different. Yeah. Sorry about that, but at least you found out now. Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, now I could go to like an art supplies place in my area and they have them sitting on a shelf probably. That's how I felt like, so when I was building this diffuser here, there's these connector points on the sides, and it took me like 2 days to figure out what the fuck they were. I kept searching like pipe connectors and end corners and stuff like that. Turns out it's a fence elbow. So the whole thing is fence piping with a fence elbow. It's actually really straightforward. But it's just knowing what to search, half the battle. Do I have it on the other side? No. Okay. We'll do it on one side. Can you do a beetle back window for us? Maybe someday. I know a guy who has one. Yeah. Fallen Angel with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I tried to tint a windshield in a Nissan truck, but burnt the film twice. Too much film bunch on the top corners. Ugh, that always sucks. Yeah, the top points on windshields can always be like here, right? I have a lot of shrinking videos where I try and explain things you can do to help alleviate that. So part of it's kind of like sweeping it out at an angle, but yeah, it's sometimes you get those that are really curved, but more often than not, it's just knowing how to handle it. So you'll see me shrink, like float it a little bit, shrink on the back side of it, and like get it to curl or lay down, and then you can pull shrink it, you can sweep it a little out on the side. Watch some of the videos on the channel, and yeah, just keep watching the streams. Like, there's a lot of different back windows where I try and make it a point to explain what I'm doing there. Sorry about that, but thank you for the super chat. If I had that message ahead of time, I would have talked a little bit more about it on this one. Because, like, what you'll end up doing is if you tack it down on a hard H pattern, so you put it here and you lock it down here, well, now you're forcing all this film to shrink here. But what you can actually do is tack it in the center and then let it float a little bit and then shrink it and cart it out at a diagonal, and some of that film will lay down this way, and then you'll shrink more here so it's a little bit more even. So it would have been better to show, but that's my rough explanation right now. Have you set any sales goals for the shop? No. What I have set are stream goals, though. I want to do three 3 streams a week, and if I can hit 3 streams a week, it's a good week. I know that might sound weird. But it's like setting sales goals in the very beginning, I'm sure is very difficult to try and hit. Make them really achievable and always just try and up yourself. So if it's slow, just try and do something else and something extra. Oh, that's an interesting. Bob Ross makes most of his paintings out of palette knives. We should call it the Bob Ross. We want 4 streams a week. Yeah, well, we can hope for that, but my goal is at least do 3, and I definitely don't typically hit that, so I want to do one on Monday, I want to do one on Wednesday or Thursday, and I want to do one on Saturday. If I can do that, then amazing. When I moved to this place, like, dude, I think for the past, like, 5-6 months has been literally, like, I just want to do my stream. That's what I want to do. I want to do my stream. Wait, I think I got these backwards. Or did I cut both out the wrong way? Oh no, I do have them backwards, okay. So I cut one in reverse because people have asked me why don't I cut both out on the same side. Well, there you go. I did it. Not double because I don't have my light. I don't know where I put it. So I'm kind of like, ugh, I might have to go get one soon. Okay, so we have this, we have this. Let's grab a couple towels and throw them down. We're making good progress, aren't we? We need to cover up some cocaine. And then these pull down from here, so these pop out. That's pretty straightforward. These, I don't think you need to shrink, so that should be good too. And then, yeah. And then I just left my tools over there. So these little guys pop out. You guys see this hair here on the deck lid? That's not uncommon. And then back there. The ones that stick up farther are a little bit more concerning, but we'll show you. Do you invite your clients to watch you on YouTube? Here and there I do. I try to make it a point. I definitely tell everybody that's waiting, I tell them that I stream. And now it's starting to become a point where when they find me, they'll actually have told me that, yeah, I was shopping around and I saw your videos. Not off the channel. Typically, even they might go to the channel, but they find me local and then they find their way to the channel. But all the live streams are still on the page, and that to me is cool. That's marketing. That's what that is. I don't think you have to do it live, though. I just think there's not enough people putting out content about what they do. Everybody expects that the client already understands their service, but they do not. But if you're the one to teach them, does being attractive help you get more referrals? I wouldn't know. What helps you get more referrals is just, if somebody comes to you for tint, Just do everything you can to make sure they had a great experience. And then they will tell people. I got my windows tinted. This is where I got him done. He does great work. Word of mouth goes a long way. But also, it's 2020. You need a 2020 way to tell people that are shopping around why you're better. Most people post pictures. Pictures are kind of overdone at this point. Make videos. Doesn't have to be anything super pretty. Doesn't have to be a cinematic crazy thing. It just has to be relatively interesting. No towel on back deck? No, not in this case. I sacrificed my towels for the seats. I had an Instagram. I didn't pick up any customers from there. Yeah, I agree. I haven't really picked up anybody from Instagram either. Facebook works better when you're boosting ads, but having the content, like, look at it this way. You need a couple places to post some content so the people that you start getting inquiries from can go see that. So it works in your favor, even if they don't come across you from your Instagram. The fact that you have it is to your benefit. But Instagram's so superficial. Like, it's just short pictures, short videos, and stuff like that. So there's certain platforms that work better. I think Facebook is really good, but okay, so here's what I hate about it is, like, I have a regular Facebook page for my YouTube channel, right? So I have a Tint Stuff Facebook page. The Facebook treats it like a business, so any post that I make on my Tint Stuff page, they basically want me to pay to promote it. But I don't really benefit from that, so I don't do it. But on my window tinting Detroit Tint Studio Facebook page, we're trying to actively get clients in. So we'll happily pay some money to try and get more clients. But what we've noticed that seems to work the best and get the right types of questions has been short video. Short video that, well, it could be longer video too, but video that inspires some type of a conversation or a question about better films. So I put up a 30-second video that was literally about cheaper film fading. I had somebody bring in a set of doors, they needed it replaced. And they faded to the point that they were like root beer color. But if you roll them down, you still see the top edge looked factory new. And so I made a short little video, and I told people to roll their windows down. And then I start getting questions about carbon. So that was really cool. Definitely started inspiring some of the right conversations. But a lot of those places, they don't really like, what do I say? It's like, we still get like a mishmash of people that actually book with us over Facebook. So I used to kind of like, when I was at my home studio, I didn't get very many people finding me on maps and searching for me that way, or at least calling when they found me because I was out of my home garage. And as soon as I moved to an actual shop, I started getting more serious, regular inquiries. So that was actually really helpful for me. So most of my clients now are coming off of phone calls, but having that content available for them to go watch has been, I think, the best. I know I said this in like the last stream, but I'll never forget like a couple of my clients that I've had so far. Learning lessons really early. I talked to a guy with a convertible Mustang, and he's like, no, it's a convertible. Just the standard should be fine. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. An hour and a half later, he messaged me and asked about carbon because I had a video about carbon versus another cheaper carbon. And then he ended up going with carbon all the way around. And I'm like, holy shit, that's so cool. And he's like, yeah, I saw your videos. Thanks, I really appreciated them. So it's like when you got them booked, having that content available for them to watch in the meantime while they're waiting for their appointment is super beneficial. They might not see it in the beginning, but they might see it sometime. Are you doing 20 all the way around? Yeah, everything but the windshield on this one. And, oh yeah, there's no sunroof, so. Are you making more here? Probably not so far, because at home I really didn't have any expenses. And here I've got $2,400 in just rent before utilities. I will tell you, it's helped with bringing in more work right now, but getting started right off the beginning is tough. Like I said, I moved here too quickly. What I think the best way to graduate into a shop, start small, build clients, build consistent business, and then you have work to take right over and get started immediately in a shop so you don't really have to worry about it. And then all those little like issues that you have at home, like, oh, if I had more space, I could handle some more cars. If I had some more parking space, this wouldn't be so hectic. I don't have to worry so much about pickups and drop-offs. Like, I have a waiting room now, so there's none of that discussion. So it's just like lowering the barrier to entry is really, really beneficial. But then it like, got to be careful because it goes from being a fun home income to like when you go into a shop that costs you some serious money, then you really have to take yourself seriously that way. So I just want to stream. Yeah, that's a bad place for this. With a cocaine room. No cocaine room. I got a different one. I saw this. I don't know. Where was I? They have these at, like, it's Liebman. They have them everywhere. My other one was getting all worn out, so I saw another one of these, and I was like, oh shit, I should get one of them. And I kept forgetting it. Will I ever stop streaming? Not for a long time. I finally figured out something that I really like to do consistently on the media side of things. So I've always liked my YouTube channel, but making video, I actually don't really like how much work it is to make a video. But I don't know. I really like the media side of business and like creative marketing and just having good fun. Because part of a shop environment is actually a really good work dynamic with fellow people. And like when you work with a good group of people, you just have fun. So this is my way of creating that. It's good times. This looks good. I like it. That squeegee worked out pretty well too. That cleaned it pretty well, except where I missed. Got one little finger that I gotta push off there. You answered that perfectly. I've been working from home and wondering about transitioning. Yeah, just build up. I will say, when I went to go sign this lease, I was terrified. There was a thunderstorm, and I'm like, this is a bad sign. And then I got here, and I'm like, okay, I have to make this work now. And then I was just like, oh, I've worked in these places for a long time. I know what this is like. Yeah, it's more work, but now you control it. So, like, all the what ifs about, like, how many cars can I do at normal pricing? And it's like, wait, no, I can be better than normal standard installs all the time. I finally have control over what I do as a company. Now all my little, like, what if we do this? What if we do that? Now I get to actually do all that stuff. Like, I had this thought of, like, I was streaming at Symbol, but what if you consistently run a live stream? What will it do for a company? It's like, let's find out. It's like a win-win-win. More marketing for the business, more content for the channel, better content for you guys, because you can actually learn a lot along with me, and then just see a lot of the how to do day-to-day stuff. Because there's so much that gets missed in a video. How many customers do you normally have in a day? Like 1 or 2 at this point. Like I said, things are pretty slow, but we have another one booked for Monday right now. I still have the Symbol gig, so I still haven't broken away from mobile entirely. So I definitely don't want to give an impression like, oh yeah, now I'm in a shop and everything's great. And like everything, I'm super happy with it, and I'm at the point where everything can be sustained and it'll grow as I just keep going. So that's like, I'm really, really happy about that. You need that buffer to like build your client base, and I wish I could have done that from home, but I couldn't do that from home because I got kicked out by the city. All right, so let's lean this back. Oh, we got to put the headrest back in. But I don't know. If you enjoy what you do, just getting to the point that you can keep on doing it and maintaining while you're still growing, I think that's where you want to be at with a shop when you first start. Just worry about maintaining. Are you going to have more items to sell in your store? Probably not many. Maybe someday I'll get professional tools in there, the full set, and become like a regular tool distributor of some type, but they're just, it becomes a lot of other work, so it'll happen at the right time if it happens at all. My goal with that store was to get it to the point where it was like, it's kind of like, it's a good jumping off point to get into things, and I have a couple of things that help really support the channel. So like the glass aid rolls, the clay bars. That's what that's for. Along with actually being good, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't a lot of what I end up doing, I watch other people and then just kind of think to myself, do I really want to run that type of an operation? And for running a full tool distribution thing, it's not really going to give me a lot of time to do my streams if I do that. So everything that I do right now is to help facilitate more streaming. Do some more streams, build consistency there, and then we'll worry about other things. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but goddamn, this looks good. Step at a time. Yeah, for sure. I see people grow, like, I don't fault anybody for wanting to grow too much, but it's like, do you want to be a film distributor, provider, solution, tool distributor? You could be this, you could be that. It's like, yeah, but then it's like you're trying to juggle 500 things. But if you really focus hard on a couple of really effective things, you'll be better off than trying to do too many things. And like, I want to basically work hard enough to where I still have a good home life and work doesn't become everything. Fuck, I've seen that happen to people too much. Do you know of any training classes near St. Louis? Offhand, no. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if there's any companies I can at least refer you to that might point you in the right direction. Because you can search tint schools and find a handful of them. If I think of something, I'll mention it. Do you ever, if a customer makes you upset, do you ever fart in the car before you deliver it? I don't think I ever have. I think that sometimes just happens when you're having a rough morning. You're just like, oh, I hope that clears out before they get it back. That's coffee / shop life right there. All right, so we're pretty good with this one. Are we still charging? We are. Oh, good. So their battery's probably good. No, you're correct. You are correct. I don't know why. Cool. So we got that. Everything's all touched up. Ooh, before we close this, unlatch it. Ha, I'm learning. Oh yeah, we gotta take some pictures. So let's close this up. We'll take a couple of pictures. Make sure everything's all good. And then we will cash them out and we'll be done. Looks flawless. Well, it would from a GoPro. I appreciate it. I really want it, like, so I'm still on the old GoPro. The 9, I was really sad. The 9 looked worse. How the fuck does this? What? How does this go? I feel like this isn't even the right cover for this. Okay. The cover is not meant for that, but it's just where it goes. Okay. Where is that? I've tried searching, but the only ones I found is a guy who now is based out of Washington, and his wife handles the St. Louis area, but I haven't had any luck getting in contact. Yeah, because sometimes they start it, and then it's not busy like they thought it would be, so it just kind of drops off. That's a lot of them. You might be able to find a couple companies that have distribution hubs in that area, And some of them will do classes. That would be my other piece of advice if you can. St. Louis. Missouri. I know 44 Tools had a class out of Ohio. I'm scrolling out. I'm seeing how far. Check with 44 Tools. They wouldn't be too bad. They're out of Columbus, Ohio. Sometimes they run classes too. I'd recommend them if they still do them. And then probably early next year is when I'll finally have mine. But they're not going to be they're basically going to be like workshop classes. But it's going to take me a little bit of time. Wait, which GoPro is this? Okay, I gotta block somebody from the channel. We got like penny stock advice again. Fucking. How do we add moderator? No, I don't want to make him a moderator. What the fuck? Hide user on this. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Which GoPro? This is the 8. So I did a bunch of tests with the 9, and the 9 consistently looked worse. I tried doing a bunch of things to tweak it. It looked worse. Every time. It looked worse. I don't know why. Yeah, moderate the shitters. I forgot. I gotta take a picture quick. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Fuck. Dudes, I had it. It's right here. I'm so dumb. So dumb. So let me take a couple pictures, and then this will be all set to go. What time is it? It's 1. Is the stream over? Pretty much. I'm 12 years old and I'm doing tints like a pro. I don't think you're supposed to be driving them in and out, but there's no reason you can't. Get a start on it, and then you will be better off in the long run. Do it as a side hustle when you get to high school. Every one of your buddies is going to want tint in high school. Ooh, that looks so much better. It really does. And it's white. Stupid cord. Stupid cord gets in the way. Okay, there. That's better. A little bit. Not perfect. What a nice looking tint job. I love the way that this glow happens on the glass. It makes it really, really nice for pictures. My dad teach me how to drive. I was driving since I was 11. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying it's probably not legal. But if you stick to the driveway, I guess it's okay. Or if you're out in the middle of nowhere, that's another one of those things that it's just like, if you're out in the country, who fucking cares? There's nobody that you can hit for miles anyways. Just a tree. Good job, proud. Thank you. Thank you, 12-year-old. All right. So what do we want to do? Yeah, we're gonna be ending the stream now, and then I will deliver this. So I need to give a quick shout out to everybody before I do that. There's some extra things that I have to get done too, so that's why we're gonna be ending it. Oh my God. This is a long list. All right. Thank you to all the super chats. I hate Arena. I hate Arena. I hate Arena. Anthony, Armando, Lewis, Kieran, Tracy, Kieran, Alligator, Mike Fallen. Thank you guys so much for another hell of a support stream. Dude, that was fucking crazy. Really, really appreciate it. So we do officially have a Grand Cherokee coming in on Monday, so you guys can look forward to that stream. If you guys had fun, you guys know where to go after the fact. You can always join the Facebook group. And if you have questions and stuff, people hang out in there. Really good community, because YouTube doesn't have a place that we can socialize afterwards, because why would they? So dumb. So yeah, I dropped a link in chat. So join the Facebook group. I always appreciate that. We're slowly taking over all of that, which is crazy. And then, yeah, thank you to everybody else that just hung out and answered and asked questions and just made this a fun cocaine stream. And I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Monday. Next one's Monday. I'm probably going to get demonetized, but cocaine.